And finally, new rule, whoever held up this sign at a Trump rally that says, can't get a job, house, or a girlfriend thanks to Biden, needs to stop blaming Biden, especially for the girlfriend part. He paid off your student loans. Now you want him to get you laid? Sorry, but the thing men need to build back better is their game. Did you know that in the U.S., 63% of men 18 to 29 are single, but just 34% of women? I'm not sure how that works unless there are a lot more lesbians than I thought. But here's the good news. One of the big social trends of the last year is that young people are dropping dating apps in favor of old-school, in-person interactions, just like we stupid old people used to do. And not a moment too soon. The CDC says the general fertility rate in America is way down, and Nick Cannon can't fix it all by himself. I said here a few weeks ago that men need a TED Talk on how to get with women, and tonight you're going to get it. Young men, young women. Does this remind you of anything? Because it's broken down for an entire generation of young people. But what if I told you that with a few small changes, you could be touching an actual woman instead of jerking off in your parents' basement? Now, since this is a TED Talk, we need to first whiteboard the issue so we can drill down on the game-changing paradigm shift that really squeezes the juice out of a more goal-oriented approach that can move the needle. And the solution is called G.A.M.E. G.A.M.E. G-A-M-E. Simple but revolutionary. First step, G, stands for go outside. And also grooming. And goodwill. Not like goodwill to your fellow man. I mean the place that takes your old shitty clothes. Guys these days dress for a date like they're going in for a colonoscopy. Unless you're a crocodile hunter, don't wear shorts on a date. There's no shorts in dating. And get a fucking belt. Nothing elastic. And shirts have collars. Shoes look good. And they make a sound on hardwood floors. They shouldn't look like bathtub toys. You may think Abercrombie & Fitch is for douchebags, but guess who gets laid? Douchebags. You've probably heard the phrase, he cleans up nice. Do that. Clean up. Cut your hair in your nose. Is it possible for a guy who ignores hygiene to get laid still? Sure, Tommy Lee did it in the 90s, and Johnny Depp more recently, but remember these three words. You're not them. If a woman can smell your ass, they're not getting near your dick, and no Axe body spray is not a substitute. Clean your ass like you're going to have Clean your ass like you're going to have sex in it, and then don't. Which brings me to an important point. Women in the real world aren't like the women you jerk off to on Pornhub. I know you think the world is full of stepsisters who want to be choked, but it's not. Nobody blows the pizza guy for a tip. And the ass is there to be saved for when the relationship gets boring. It's either that or have kids. G is also for grow up. If something in your grocery cart has a cartoon character on it, put it back. You want to get laid? Your freezer should be filled with vodka, not dino nuggets. If you act like an immature teen, you're not going to attract women. You're going to attract boy band managers. Here's a sign you have too many action figures in your cubicle. You have one action figure in your cubicle. All right, next is A. A is for act normal. Don't be weird. Don't go creepy facial hair. Or order dinner in Klingon or say methinks. Women want a man, not a Renaissance fair character. Find a hobby that doesn't include warlocks, elves, or 18-sided dice. No woman wants to sit there and watch you cast spells. She wants you to spell the alphabet with your tongue. And for God's sakes, do anything but send a woman a picture of your dick. Women don't like this. The absolute best picture you can take of it is still a hate crime. And much like a dick, you should take a moment to let that sink in. M. M is for man up. Look, you're going to have to approach women in order for them to like you. And yes, fear of rejection does cause anxiety. But here's an important concept many men are not aware of. Women are actually people. They're humans, just like us. In fact, we share almost 99% of our DNA with women. Here's the problem. Men have no idea how to meet them anymore because that involves talking, and dating through the phone has caused men's approaching skills to atrophy. At this very moment, there are millions of men sitting in their basement masturbatoriums. While outside, under the heat dome, there are women out and about, tanning and drinking and enjoying hot girl summer, one White Claw at a time. Remember, the greatest pickup line ever written is still hello. So no. You're not going to be a great conversationalist right off the bat, but you can survive in any conversation with a woman if you know just two phrases. One, I've never thought of it that way before, and two, your coworker sure sounds like a real bitch. And lastly, E. E is for eye contact. Stop looking at your phone and start looking in her eyes. If you want a bone, put down the phone. And remember, tits begins with T, and T is for trap. There's no other reason for tits in the modern world, and certainly no other reason to always have them spilling out. It's a test to see if you can focus up here closer to the brain. Finally, women are feminists in theory. In reality, they would like for you to, and expect you to, pay for the date, and this is completely reasonable considering that if a relationship does happen, it's 10 times more likely it'll be the man who fucks it up. Thank you very much.